Yeah.
Hello and welcome back to Razor Active.
Yes, and we are talking about
lots of things.
a lot of things. And Daniel, we were talking about the Arsenal versus Liverpool match at the Emirates Stadium.
I hate to say it.
Yes.
Because although I'm a Liverpool fan. But during the break we were saying Arsenal might nick it, right?
Tweedle thumbs.
Yeah.
I need to sit better whenever we are talking in Razor Active. I always sit like a guy.
I don't know, I hate to admit it, but I think it might be true. I think Arsenal might actually nick it, even though my heart tells me Liverpool should win it, but my brain tells me otherwise.
Go with the heart, man.
Thanks. Thanks, Sam.
You sound like many girls I've gone out with.
Make sure you got it right this time.
Well, Pool has struggled quite a bit, admittedly, in the last three matches.
I think the only saving grace we have for Liverpool is that at least our away form hasn't been as terrible as our home form, which is probably the only thing we can take heart in as we go into this weekend. But I don't know. A lot has been made about Liverpool's over-reliance on Gerrard and Torres, right?
Gerrard, they're over-reliant on Gerrard, not Torres. Torres, they've been coping fine without him.
Yeah.
But I think Gerrard, if he does get injured,
they're spreading him really thin.
He'll be really, really missed. I mean, the classic game is the game against
Plus, he has to do duty for the country too.
Yeah.
So he's pulling double, triple, quadruple.
Well, I suppose that's what good players look forward to. I mean, it's a privilege, right? You're playing for your country and playing for captaining your team and doing well. I don't know. I mean, I think at this level, especially with what they're being paid, they should be able to handle it as a full-time job. They've got all the wonders of science and technology to help their diets, their fitness, this, that, the other. I don't see it as a problem. But like I said, it'll be interesting to see. So far, he's going strong. The test will come when he's missing how the team cope. And I think actually, what I'm looking forward to the game against Liverpool, I think actually Arsenal will do Liverpool a favour. No. What Liverpool need now...
Letting them play their own game.
Yes.
Liverpool will play.
Actually, Liverpool need games like this to really... It's no point sitting at the top of the table and always dreading. Because at the end of the day, if Liverpool are going to be champions...
When we lose, you mean?
No, just dreading every fixture that comes along. Because at the end of the day, if they're going to be champions, they're going to beat Arsenal. It's simple as that. They've got to beat the teams that come. So I'm actually looking forward... I mean, I suppose because the pressure's off Arsenal, nobody thinks we're going to win the league. That's the best way it's supposed to be.
The role of the underdog, right?
The matter of fact is that's the true things, okay?
I actually don't think so. For the first time, I actually believe we can win it. For the first time, I actually believe we win it. I look at Arsene Wenger's first full season. Christmas time, we were about 7-8 points off the pace, 5th or 6th position, and everyone had written us off. Step by step, we clawed back. The past is... Arsenal have been in both sides. They've been top of the table at Christmas and blown it. They've been miles off and won it.
And Liverpool has been top of the table before.
Well, it's happened to all the teams here. I mean, so for me, I think this is the season. You don't look at who you're playing, whether it's West Ham, whether it's Stoke. Every team has a chance, and Liverpool has the best chance because they're top. To say we're halfway through, the season starts with the next game and see what happens. And I believe if Arsenal can not lose, no, I wouldn't even say not lose, win the remaining games, which I believe they can, they will be champions.
I think they have to, though.
They have to.
I mean, it's
don't
make
have
or
a
break, really.
They don't have a choice, but you see, even though mathematically, even if they win all the games, they might not win. I think if they can do that and maybe draw 1 or 2, they'll do it.
But there's this thing about Arsenal that I don't understand. Every time we expect them to win, they won't. Every time we think that they're going to have a tough fight ahead of them, but they just come out winners.
Like a classic case of Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
I think this season what has happened has been it's been a combination of things. I think I have been a bit too critical of the team as well, because I think now, halfway through the season, you look at the table, you look at the other teams that have dropped points, you realize actually this season is not like previous seasons. Every team is capable of taking points off the other team. That's why I said at the Middlesbrough game, I wasn't disappointed. Even if United and Chelsea and Liverpool had won, I wouldn't have been disappointed, because now I'm just looking at Arsenal's performance. And the performance was encouraging. It was extra encouraging that none of the other teams took points as well, except Villa, who have pipped us for 4th now. But I think this is the way forward.
Okay.
Performance one at a time. Just a quick good question here. How will Arsenal fare if Gallas is off in January? Sam brought up a good point. He's really behaving like an immature kid. So if he's going to behave like that, really, it's better he goes because he's going to disrupt the dressing room, changing room harmony. If he's smart, he will realize that actually being stripped of captain is doing him a favor. Wenger did him a favor.
Yeah, he did.
Because it gives him a chance now to shine as a defender. And really, after they have a good season, end of the season, nothing's stopping him from going in July. If he's smart, he will stay, see it through, handle the criticism, and then really if he feels he needs to go. I would hope he does that, but if he can't handle it as a mature person, I would say then let him go, bring back Philippe Senderos from Milan. Or buy a good defender, but I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with Philippe Senderos. Philippe Senderos has done well with Kolo Touré. Philippe Senderos has done well with Johan Giroud. So I'm not bothered.
Well, then question. Reina, our goalie, right?
Yeah.
He actually said we don't have that many great memories from our visits to the Emirates. We've already won at Stamford Bridge, which we've not done. So we're confident we can now go to the Emirates and win there too. Okay, we have already won at Stamford Bridge, which we've not done. Yeah. So that means, basically, they've never won at Stamford Bridge.
Yep.
They never have. And they just did. And so that kind of has affected their confidence. So they think that maybe, quite possibly, they can win at Emirates. Do you think that Liverpool has the confidence this time to beat Arsenal at Emirates?
I think before the Hull City fixture, I probably would have said Liverpool had the confidence to win at Emirates.
You're being too hard on them. You're not being very fair to Hull. Hull have done it consistently.
Yeah, no, that's true. But
at least you drew with them. We lost at the Emirates.
I think Liverpool fans are looking at it as the glass half empty. Because I think all this while Liverpool should be proud that they are doing well.
Yes.
And it's not something new that they draw with the lesser teams.
I think it's cautious. I think it's season after season of raised expectations.
Having them drawn with the lesser teams, I think that's nothing new. Having them on top of the table, yes, that's something new.
Yeah, you have to take from the positive. At least you guys didn't lose. You guys are unbeaten.
Nice. All these Man United
let's be honest. No, I actually think the unbeaten. I don't know. I don't know. I think that is the one thing that Liverpool have going in their favour. That's why I'm least confident about this match than the other two. Because if Arsenal, and I think because Fabregas is captain now, that will change. If they go into thinking, okay, it's home advantage, it's the Emirates, Liverpool have never won here, Arsenal will lose. But if they just go and say it's Liverpool, they are top of the table, if you want to make something of a season, we need to go and beat them, Arsenal will win. And I think the driving force which is working in Liverpool's favour is they want to prove a number of things wrong. They broke the Chelsea hoodoo. I think
they did.
They have that is the one thing that makes me worry most about this fixture. They got a point to prove.
Sorry, Daddy M. Okay. We should talk about other matches because there are lots of other interesting matches. Now, Sam, you brought out one that is going to be a very important one. Everton versus Chelsea.
Yes.
So why do you think this is going to be interesting?
I think that Everton and Chelsea always have back blood between them. Every time you see them play, you see the tackles are flying in, and the players are they are so eager to win the games. You see, and frankly speaking, Everton is not an easy team to play against with very physicals and good techniques too.
Oh, Mark Lim would be very glad to hear you say that.
Have to be fair. For so many seasons, Everton have been, playing very hard. You see, and for Chelsea, frankly speaking, now this team is, I would say that, having a big problem is the managers and the players are not singing at the same tone. And this is very dangerous for a professional team like them, you see.
So Everton is currently 7th on the table. Chelsea is 2nd on the table. There are 12 points, though, in between them on the grid.
Frankly speaking, in terms of football, that's not going to make a lot of difference.
Especially in the English league, especially this season.
And not to mention that Everton always starts off with a very low budget.
Yes.
And if they have one or two players in the season, new players, I think they are quite lucky to have something new. But Moyes, I think he's been doing pretty well.
Yes,
he's been taking in few talents here and there and making the team work well.
You have to salute him for encouraging his young players to go against the big players. How many times in a day you actually got to play against players like Frank Lampard, John Terry, and try to score against Pete Jack? This is a very good opportunity for them to do it.
But you all don't think that with the top 4 pretty much out, it might be a bit tough? Vaughan just underwent knee surgery, right? And then the one that sounds like yakiniku, what's his name?
Yakubu.
That one.
Ooh,
Yes.
I
I
get
know,
it.
it reminds me of beef. So yakiniku burger and I think Moss burger. Yum. But yeah, the yakiniku one. Yeah, he's out as well.
He's out for this.
Right, and
yes.
and then the other two, I know one like Soba. What's his name?
Saha.
Okay, yeah.
Luis Saha.
I remember them by food lah. Easier. I'm hungry.
But you're discounting Tim Cahill.
That is true.
Really?
Tim Cahill.
Yes, he's playing as an auxiliary striker now because they're so short up front, and he delivered. He got them the 3 points 90th minute
Yeah.
against
at
who was it?
Eastlands.
You see,
Yeah.
you see
Manchester City.
The problem is all the people is that when they ever talk about Everton, you actually look at, if you want to compare, look at Hall and Everton. They're more or less it's the same. You see,
Same.
they
Tenacity lah.
Good,
yes,
I would call it a good old English game.
yes, they are like, you know,
What we
they
admire
can have
about
all their
English
top
team.
5 best players out of the game, but they still can scrap any team that come in their way. Yeah, this is what I really like about Everton. You see, I mean, Philip Nebels is a very good captain. You must admit that. I mean, he come from big club from Manchester, bring with him tons of experience with all kind of games that are under his belt. I mean, he played with all kind of big clubs around Europe. You see, and he is showing by examples by going every single ball. And this will actually inspire the teams to play. I mean, in terms of this game, Everton and Chelsea, it's always very interesting how the player actually go for the game, the approach, and make this is how actually make the whole game become more interesting. Because neither team wanted to lose the game, of course. You see.
But nobody wants to lose, right? I mean, although sometimes you go in
Some
hoping
teams,
for a draw.
yes, correct. Exactly. I mean, but for them, it's like Everton is like every time they stand on the field, it's like, I'm going to beat you. No matter.
That is true. Well, Scolari said it is important for us to win at home, but at the moment we are playing better away, and this is going to be an away game. So, Bruce, do you agree with Scolari?
Very much so, yes. Because they have dropped 14 points at Stamford Bridge, so naturally they'll be more relieved to play away from home. So that's why Scolari come up with comments like this.
Excursion, field trip.
I wouldn't say it's an excursion because it's still business as usual, getting 3 points, but you will definitely boost their cause for the title chances by playing away. At the moment, of course.
Well, the one that sounds like Soba and the Ani Hibe or whatever his name is might come back. Okay, wait.
Saha and
Ani
Anichibe.
Chibe. It's probably not the way you pronounce it, but yeah. And Saha, the one that sounds like Soba. I'm really hungry. Might come back. So we'll see. But something that we all want to talk about is this weekend, Man United will be absent. Meanwhile,
No, they're not absent. They're playing Quito. LDU
exactly, they are.
Quito.
No, they're playing in Club World Cup. So that doesn't count. But wait, let's take the web comments first.
Okay.
Ching chong. Okay.
That's an interesting one.
Web comments. Red Devil 72. Where? Oh, exactly why Liverpool won't win at the Emirates. Lightning won't strike twice.
I hope so.
Thanks, Red Devil. And then Ben T. Arsenal always hark back to the one and only season where they were down by 12 points and managed to haul Man United. I'm sick of it. Good luck if he still believes that.
Well, it could be the... It's not the one and only season. I think that was the most prominent season. But, I mean, all managers do it. Remember, Man U were way behind Newcastle. And Ferguson played a lot on that. I think he's doing that more to remind the players, because I think Arsenal's biggest problem this season is up there.
In the head lah.
In the head. That it is not over. It's good that everyone writes us off. That's the best place to be. Everyone writes us off.
Less pressure.
Less pressure. One, they may not go into the game so hard as well as when they started the season.
Yeah, not so much of expectations will be there, yes.
But all this comes to nothing if the players don't believe it. If the players think they're going to lose, it's no point. So I think what Wenger is trying to do is very sensible. Say, look at history. It's been done before. United have done it. Liverpool have done it. Arsenal have done it. Our own club have done it. If you're going to go into the match defeated, you might as well forget about the season.
Actually, the biggest problem now for Arsenal is the depth of the players and the club itself. Okay, during the time when they take the title away from Man United, that time, is look at the quality of the player that Arsene Wenger have and the experience that they have, and the current crop of the player that Arsenal is having now.
I don't know, because
fast, man.
I was actually in the UK at the start of the season. I was outside Highbury when I think that's the one season.
You lucky thing.
Yeah, I that was the one season that I couldn't believe that he brought in about 12 players. But it was a mixture. I mean, he brought in the
young kids.
No, he brought in people like Overmars, Petit, the experience.
Christopher Ray.
and Christopher Lee, Luis Bogot, Alberto Mendes, and a lot of other people. No, but the point is, you talk about experience, but it's arguable. I mean, they took a while to settle. That's why the first part of the season they were below.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
The difference this season is he has brought in Nasri. This
Nasri,
chap,
but he hot, I like.
Coquelin, that is doing very well, is playing in the young team and is doing wonders. Bischoff, Amari Bischoff, who people don't know who he is, seems to be doing well as well.
The name's so funny. Bischoff.
But for me, the thing is, the youth are what is our depth.
We had that last time.
That's it. Because you start on a youth policy, at some point you've got to trust them. You can't say we have a youth policy and keep bringing in players. Especially when the youth have shown they can do it. They've defeated Wigan, they've defeated Sheffield United. Yes, they lost to Burnley, but Burnley also defeated Chelsea. So again, I'm not so bothered about it. If Nicholas Bentner, the most experienced player there, had actually taken his chances, we would have won. So I'm not so bothered about that. The depth, I would say, comes from the youth. It's the seniors who have been, in a way, letting the side down. Galas. Sylvester, I'm sorry, he's hot and cold. You talk about experience, I'm sorry, they don't get more experience than Sylvester. I suppose Man United fans will disagree and say that that's why he was sold. But the point is, he was brought in as experience. Yes,
I'm poking Ben because he's
I
getting
won't say
very,
that.
very passionate. He's going to drink water now.
I won't say that Mikel Silvestre has a lot of experience at, playing for Man United.
No.
It was only for 1 or 2 seasons where he was a regular, but after that he was more of like
a substitute
on a fringe player.
And he was having injuries.
Like Phil Neville can cover at left back, so did at the present moment Patrice Evra.
More like
a couple of seasons ago was Gabriel.
That's why he was brought in a squad player with experience. You see, I thought the same thing, but he did have 2 good games for the club, so it shows that he can still do it.
Okay.
At that level, it's every game you come in, you must be able to do it, and that's why I think his attitude also needs adjustment. But anyway,
I think it's in his comfort zone.
We're going to come back. And
We are going to hold hands and sing "We Believe the Children Are Our Future of Tomorrow," and we'll be right back after this. Okay, see you in a bit.
oh man.